And now I'm a
Now
tree
this
again.
vampire tree.
Now I'm a
Fuck.
vampire tree. Damn it.
Alright, I am recording on the OBS.
Okay. We are just waiting for Dabria, and then we
are.
will get started momentarily.
Alright. Alright then.
Where the fuck are we gonna go, you guys?
I don't know. I can tell you where you're probably gonna end up. You end up right in hell.
Dead.
So, because I'm terrible at taking notes, does anybody have our clues?
Yes.
No, you forget.
No. Not really.
We also have it recorded, so there's that.
Yeah.
For posterity.
Where is that again? Then it's in the important.
It's in our chat somewhere.
What?
Did I put it there?
Oh,
Not
no.
important messages.
No, that would be an important
Nope,
message,
it's in
huh?
our general chat, and it just goes. It's on the 13th of May.
It's the 17th of May,
What is y.mp3?
Don't listen to.
I'm listening to it.
Don't.
Oh, God.
Don't.
What the hell?
Something
Yeah.
horrible happened.
Exactly.
We unleashed something, and now we can't put it back.
I got real bored last night, so I took the first 5 minutes of our last episode and put it in a shitty Flash auto-tuner.
Dude, step away from the computer and write a book or something.
It took me less than 10.
Oh, okay. This is.
Smoking cigars. I like annoying the crap out of my grandpa and even
I
talking
can
to
hear
shut
it.
up.
I didn't know what. I didn't know
hear
what.
her listening to it.
I heard the voices. I couldn't understand them. I assumed it was demonic in some way, and then I burned my computer and bought a new one.
This is awesome, though. I mean, I'd like to know how you did this in case I want to make a recording of a demon.
And then play it backwards and
Right.
figure out the real message.
Right. That would be crazy.
Ooh.
Just Google Flash auto-tune.
Okay. Because I would love to play it for the party backwards and them to be like,
Oh, I gotta remember her voice is like.
I cannot find these clues.
Okay, are you ready?
Dark.
All I keep seeing is tree horn.
Are you ready?
Yes.
First one was the history card, and it brought up the beggar. Wounded elf.
That's right. We did decide where we were going to go last time.
Do you want the clues or no?
I do. I'm sorry. I just
Beggar.
remembered that. I remember where we're supposed to go, where we were going.
Beggar. Wounded elf wants dark dreams fulfilled.
Okay.
Bishop. A pile of treasure behind amber doors.
That one's subtle.
Druid. Evil tree ravens can help us.
Okay, so I remember specifically.
I feel like you're putting the wrong emphasis. You're putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable there.
Okay, evil tree. Ravens can help us. Is that what
I specifically
You mean
remember.
it's not the tree ravens?
Evil tree ravens.
I specifically remember that one because
I'll
I
put
remember
a comma there.
Okay.
we were discussing going to the Yester Hill, which was mentioned to us very briefly.
Evil tree ravens can help us.
Evil tree ravens. Next one. Dark Lord. Must face evil alone. Equal no help.
Yay! Fun.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're pretty nice. I think we can make some friends.
And the last one was Executor.
Uh-huh.
He'll be on the balcony with a twisted smile. Put the wrong emphasis.
At the highest room in the tallest tower, we'll find our. How to.
Oh, what was that from?
I was really looking forward to
Shrek.
those evil
Shrek.
tree ravens. Damn it.
Evil tree ravens. Did you see that Shrek is pretty much Game of Thrones story is pretty much just Shrek, the first Shrek movie.
Please elaborate.
Don't elaborate.
Oh no.
Oh, don't elaborate.
Okay, I'm not gonna elaborate. No elaborating. You'll just have to figure it out. There's a video going around. Just Google maybe something like Game of Thrones, Shrek, whatever, and it shows like.
Google Shrek is love.
No.
Don't.
No. Dear God, no.
That's some old internet right there.
Damn right. You want to know what else is old internet?
That's that deep magic.
Let's get some shiz.
Let's get some shiz.
Also, the muffins. Do you guys remember the muffins?
Muffins. The
Do
Oh,
muffins.
not-
fuck. Hang on.
Do
I don't
not
think
quote
so.
the deep magic, me,
I don't
which
think
I was
so.
there when it was written.
You don't even know.
Pork chop
Who's that?
sandwiches. Pork chop sandwiches.
Well, hello.
This
How's
was
it
put up
going?
in.
Oh,
Hello.
hello, Dabria.
This was put up February 5th of 2007.
Am I the only one that remembers? Oh, right, that remembers all the GI Joe. GI Joe.
Yeah. My favorite one is the one where the guy's like rolling the kid and he's like speaking some weird language and they're like, I'm really scared.
Blah 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 blah. That one's fucking ridiculous. They're all stupid as shit.
Fire muffin.
Oh my god, this is amazing. I've never actually.
Raspberry,
Raspberry.
cranberry, apples,
Apples.
cinnamon,
Wait for it.
I found James. This
nut,
should be fun.
date nut,
Date nut.
lemon poppy seed muffin, banana,
Lemon poppy seed muffin.
Banana.
orange,
Banana.
strawberry,
Strawberry.
blueberry,
Blueberry.
boysenberry, almond, chocolate.
Oh, I've seen this.
chip,
Yeah.
carrot, gooseberry,
Damn it! Now I want a muffin.
pumpernickel, fish,
Fish.
Soon you won't.
ink,
Ink.
bird,
Bird.
shampoo, Star Wars muffin, bullfrog, crickets, cigarette.
What the fuck?
Israeli
Listening to her
Palestinian
listen to it is
muffins,
great.
bits of glass muffin.
Bits of glass.
Ow! Asbestos. I'm baking muffins as best as I can.
Oh my
Monkey. Algero muffin. Elephant.
Okay.
Pencil.
I'm taking. I'm assuming
No!
you have
It's
control
on fire.
Imaginary muffin.
Fire muffin.
this time. It's for real. Is everyone ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready.
Okay. Last session. You guys made it into the village of Barovia, where you traveled around for a little bit, and you talked to a couple people, and you ended up getting into a bit of a confrontation with a vampire spawn in the church there. You then decided to venture forth and meet with the old Madame Ava, who delivered to you a prophecy, one that should guide you during your trip to Barovia. For now, you guys have left Madame Ava's tent, stepped outside into the cold air outside Sir Pool, and are currently standing on the small footpath that leads out of the village and up into the northern section of Barovia. As you guys stand there, the Vistani who were outside kind of gallivanting and dancing about have grown a bit somber and quiet. The flame is still blazing brightly. However, they stopped with their wineskins kind of sitting in place, quietly drinking, while you guys, while they seemingly ignore you guys. And as you're standing there, it's once again overcast as it always has been here, and you're faced with the day ahead. What would you like to do?
I would like to say to the party, what do you think she meant by evil raven trees? Evil tree ravens, rather.
Well, if you remember, she did mention a hill of some kind. I specifically have that part down in my notes. And
There's
what's his name? The old guy who helped us out with those wolves. He mentioned something about a Yester Hill.
Oh, I remember
I'm-
that.
I don't know if it could. I don't know if it's the same place, but maybe we should, try to find it.
We could speak to some of these people here, and maybe get directions to this Yester Hill. Do we know where this Yester Hill is?
No, I don't remember him mentioning anything about where it was. Just him mentioning it, just in general.
He did say that the people at the Blue Water Inn in Vallaki would know more.
Vallaki. We've been to Vallaki.
No.
No, we have not.
You know where it is, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it can't possibly be behind us, because
Right.
anything behind us is the village and then the gate that we came through. So it's gotta be this way. I'm in the forest. Can I figure out where Vallaki is?
Didn't we just see a road sign with it?
Yeah, you guys saw a road sign as you were walking up, pointing toward it.
Well, then we don't need me then.
We need you for other things, for comedic relief.
Okay. Should we get going?
I suppose we ought to. She says, do you suppose this water here in this pool is clean enough to bathe in?
Are you asking me?
Well, yes, I am.
I've bathed in dirtier.
I go check out the. Oh, I was.
Looking into the water. Let me get to. Yes, there we are. You look down. You look down into the water, and it's crystal clear. This is probably the purest water you've ever seen. It's like bright blue.
Ooh.
It's beautiful. It looks clean. You dip your hand. Do you dip your hands in?
Yes.
You kind of put your hands in to feel it, and it's frigid.
Oh.
It's ice cold.
Well.
It's a wonder how it's not frozen.
Do I think if I stripped down and kind of waded out into it that it would be bad news?
No, it wouldn't be bad news per se. Especially because you're a Goliath. You're kind of more used to cold environments.
Right.
But it wouldn't necessarily be detrimental to your health. It would be shocking, and it wouldn't be comfortable.
Ooh, wouldn't be comfortable. I think what she'll do is she's got on these kind of worn trousers, and underneath she's got like a pair of shorts just made of like old linen.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll turn to the party and say, I think I want to have a quick dip in this water if we have time. Of course, if we have time.
What time is it now?
Well, that's an excellent question. So, what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to check my notes here. I'm looking at my notes right now. Looking it up. It's about 1 in the afternoon.
1 in the afternoon. Okay. So it's warm it's as warm as it's going to get. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about as warm as it's going to get. Yeah.
All right. She'll turn to the party and she'll kind of raise her eyebrows looking at them and say, I think I'll just wait out and wash my arms and my face and get the grit out of my hair if we have time, of course.
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds agreeable to me. I don't have anything to do.
Thank you for that. And very mechanically, she'll go to the edge and place all of her things off of her body, and kind of she'll still have on like a simple like tank top made of linen that's worn, and all of her clothes are old and coming apart, and she'll wade out into the pond. Does anyone around the pond, do they notice or care at all?
As a matter of fact, as you kind of step out, and you turn around after the water comes up above your above your chest, and you look back and you see all the Vistani are kind of looking out at you. Some of the younger ones, like the children here, kind of you see them speaking to their like adults nearby, and eventually you watch as a little girl runs up and kind of puts her toe into the water. Just feel it, and you see her kind of shiver. And then she steps back and then runs and cannonballs into the water next to you.
Oh, fuck yeah!
And then quickly, like a bunch of kids kind of begin running out
wow.
and just kind of screaming and follow you into the water.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm thrilled, but Stella is. Oh, that's dangerous. Do any of you know how to swim? I can swim well enough, but I can't be certain that I can save you if you're drowning.
As you say that, you see one kid who's overextended just a little bit. It's a young boy, and he's overextended just a little bit, and you see he's kind of having trouble keeping his head above water.
Oh my goodness. Okay. She'll kind of like make her way over there quickly, and she will literally like put her hand down and grab her fist around like his shoulder and just pull him straight up out of the water.
You lift this kid up. He's stark naked. He's probably like 6 years old, and you're holding him above the water there. And as you're kind of holding him, he just looks down at you, his eyes wide with fear. This giant woman is holding him.
She say, I do not intend to hurt you, but it looked as if you were in danger. Can you swim? What is your name?
The kid kind of looks down at you. He doesn't answer. He just.
Okay, I am going to take you to the shore so your parents can find you and attend to you. It looks as if you've gotten a little bit cold. I would suggest not actually coming out into the water completely naked. It's probably not a good idea. And at that point, she'll make her way to the shore and with him, and kind of deposit him there near where she left her belongings, and she'll look over out into the people kind of standing by and looking at the Vistani, and she'll call out, "Hello, is there anyone here that is a parent of this child?"
You watch as one kind of older woman steps out and wraps her arms around the kid, wraps a towel around him and begins pulling him away. She just nods at you and walks away.
You are welcome. At that point,
do you go back?
Yeah, I go back in and not as deep this time, and I bend over and put my head down into the water and shake it vigorously and try to just get some of the grit and dirt out of this. She's got this short shoulder length black raven hair that's very thick, but it's just been sheared off. She just shears it off, and she just like shakes it really hard, and she doesn't have any soap, so she's just using the water to kind of just get a lot of the filth off. And once she's done that, she'll come back out and dripping, soaking wet, she will begin to place her clothes back on, and her sword and her things, and turn to the party and say, I feel better now. I think it's time that we made our way to Vallaki. Yes?
Yes,
That sounds like a prudent idea.
All right. You guys saddle up. You don't really saddle up, but you do have a cart, if I remember correct.
Yes, I bought a cart and a horse.
You bought a cart and a horse. That's right. And he's still kicking. Somehow, you guys saddle up, hop into the cart, and begin your way. Who's all in the cart and who's just walking?
I'm walking.
Okay.
I am also walking.
Okay. So Dabria, you're in the cart with Irid?
Yes.
Okay. You guys ride out. The ground here is bumpy. It seems to be like a footpath. However, there are two distinct grooves for carriages in the roads here. Presumably wrought into the earth based on the Vistani traveling through. You guys head out north from here, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. You guys go up a ways, coming up to the bridge here at Sur Falls. me see. You follow the river to the base of a canyon, at the far end of which is a great waterfall, which spills into a pool billowing forth clouds of cold mist. Great stone bridge spans across the canyon nearly 1,000 feet overhead. You guys head across the bridge, following the path here as it becomes more... it's much more kind of built up once you get out of the footpath. And then eventually you come to this fork in the road, and you see the following. Thank you, motorcycle.
Ooh.
Even here in the mountains, the forest and the fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening toward the east. There you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare. Parked at the fork in the road, pointed east, is a large black carriage drawn by two black horses. The horses snort puffs of steamy breath into the chill mountain air. The side door of the carriage swings open silently.
So,
You guys are seeing, as you guys are approaching this intersection, you see this carriage off on the side of the road, pointing east.
okay.
I mean, do we get in? I figure I know where this goes.
Hmm.
Because he was talking about inviting us to dinner earlier. But, like, do we want dinner with the guy, or...
Um,
I don't think we're quite prepared for that yet.
I mean, prepared, do you mean, like, mentally, or, like, physically, or...
Both.
I believe I am prepared to leave Barovia, so therefore I am prepared to meet with this Strahd fellow. But,
I mean, all we gotta do is get him to, like, pull the fog out.
right. Perhaps he's a sensible person. If he sees that we have shown respect to his land, to his holdings here, then he will let us leave. If not, then yes, I will cleave his head from his body. But in order to do that, we must be nearby him. I would like to walk up to the cart
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of look inside. Is there anyone in there sitting?
You look inside and see a very well upholstered cart. It seems to be made with like red velvet, and there's like these gold buttons in the back of the seat there. The floor and everything is clean. It's all very, very well made. However, the outside of the carriage is a deep black, like an ebony, a very dark kind of obsidian-looking color. In addition, the horses are jet black as well. Their eyes are kind of glazed over, and they move kind of sluggishly, and they don't acknowledge you at all.
I mean, what am I gonna do with old, Betsy here?
I say, if you'll allow me, I think it's probably best that I speak to these horses here. I can cast a few spells thanks to my totem of power, and I think I would like to cast speak with animals.
Okay. Let me get into the headspace of a horse.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
Automatic.
Give me one moment.
All right. All right.
Oats. Got it. I'm in there.
Brrr. Yeah. There you go. In horse speech in my brain, I will say, hello, I am Stella Athunathala, and my friends and I are new to Barovia. Where do you intend to take this cart?
To Strahd.
To Strahd, okay. And then I tell the party, I say, the cart belongs to Strahd, apparently. I'll say, I'll say, any other questions, guys? possibly? Or we pretty much know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Aaron
Strahd
said,
is the land.
Strahd is. Yes, he has mentioned that. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because a person cannot be the land. Um, he holds dominion over these lands. They are his.
Get
own.
in the cart, and we will take you.
For demanding horses.
I'll say the horse wants us to get in the cart. It will take us to Strahd.
Well, of course it does.
Well, I think we should probably.
If we go, I think you guys should get in the cart, and I'll just follow you guys, because I'm not going to leave Betsy, like, here on the side of the road.
Get in the cart or leave.
Well, there's no need to be clip about it, horse.
You'd be a clop about it.
Be clop about it. You're being quite clop right now.
Do you have oats?
I don't have oats, but I can.
Then you are not worth my time.
Oh, that's
Sally's
very
being
rude.
clip clop about it.
Clip.
I require oats, brother.
I'll say fine.
Brother.
Fine. I am done speaking to you, horse. I'll turn to the party and I'll say.
Strahd is the land.
I'm about to kill this horse. I say in character.
Oh. I say, I wonder what that would do.
We can find out.
Stella will then draw her great axe.
I
And she'll turn
Get
towards
my
the horse.
arrow.
And she'll say, what would happen if I killed you right now, horse?
I would return, as all things do, to Strahd.
So you're not a real horse.
The horse
You're not a real boy.
cannot. The horse has trouble understanding the philosophical implications of that question.
I say, are you simply an illusion, then?
It clops.
Oh, okay. Clop.
Get in the cart.
Alright.
I'm gonna shoot this horse.
Why are we antagonizing the horses?
I'm gonna shoot around the horse. I'm not gonna shoot the horse. I will shoot at the horse.
Okay. You don't have to roll for that. That's easy enough. You fire. You're just trying to scare it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You fire. You fire pretty close. You're an expert marksman. And it flies kind of right over the horse's head. It does not react in any way.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to get in their cart.
This horse is, a badass. Very
Neither of them react. There's two.
We're just wasting daylight. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Yes, very well, very well. We are leaving now, and we choose not to go in your cart, horse.
At this, Stella, it turns to you.
Ooh.
And if the horse had like a normal face, it would be looking you directly in the eyes. and it says, "We will remain." And then it turns forward again.
It's just gonna stay there until we get in the cart.
I'll tell the party. The horse says that it intends to remain in this place until we're ready to go to.
We intend nothing. Strahd intends.
Oh. Huh. All right. Very well. I think we should continue down the road, and we'll leave you now.
You don't want to talk to the other horse?
No, screw that horse.
I feel like at this point they're one and the same. They look like different horses.
It turns to you. It turns to you and says, "Hi, I'm Georgie.
Oh.
I'm Georgie the horse.
Oh.
It's nice to meet all you. I'm just kidding. This isn't what I sound
Oh
like."
man, that sounds just like something I would do. That's
Like
hilarious.
Dylan, my rhinoceros in Tomb of Annihilation.
Yep, Dylan. Yep.
All right. So you guys head out.
Yeah.
Are you going towards? Are you heading east or are you heading west?
We're going west.
Let's go.
West.
Ah.
Okay.
Also, I would like to point out, with my natural explorer, we are
Mhm.
not going. We can't be surprised while we're traveling in the forest. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Whatever.
Okay, cool.
I don't care. Whatever.
Nice talk.
Good talk.
I'll be
Whatever.
in front and keeping an eye out on things.
Whatever.
Uh,
You guys see the following. As you kind of move a few minutes away from the horses here, from Georgie and the black horse. You see the following. The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses. Just make sure, yeah. High stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted iron bars. 2 headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence. You see an eerily similar gate to the one you walked through once you came through Barovia. And as you approach the gate opens before you, just wide enough for your cart to get through.
Honestly, I was a little concerned.
Spooky.
Spooky, yes.
Do you guys head through?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay. You head through the gate, and as your cart passes through to the other side, the gates and they close behind you.
Oh, that is awfully convenient. I wonder what type of spell that was. Interesting.
You guys travel for just a few more minutes, a minute or two, before you come to here, and you see, as you guys are moving forward, it's clear enough, you see a road. The road here forks and heads north into this copse of trees. You see the trail kind of winds ahead for just a little while before passing out of sight behind the tree trunks there. You guys kind of look down. The forest looks dark and spoopy. You see the normal road ahead of you, but you also see this trail off to the side. What would you like to do?
This trail. Can I roll survival to determine like what has made this trail, or is it obviously a human made trail, humanoid?
It's clearly humanoid. It's very much. It's not like it's paved or anything, but you can see like the underbrush has been cleared out. And it seems to be wide enough for maybe 2 people to walk abreast.
Okay.
If you want to make a survival check to see how long it's been here or something like that, you can certainly do that.
Yeah, since there might have been tracks recently. That's what I was trying to say.
You look down. It looks like a ton of different creatures have come through here. You see paws, you see bare feet, you see shoes, you see all kinds of stuff. It's hard to tell what exactly was the main thoroughfare, but it kind of masks how long it's been here.
Okay. I'll turn to the party and I'll say, should we be distracted, or should we continue on our way towards this Vallaki?
I'm fine with.
I'm undecided. You're fine with continuing down the road?
Yes.
I'm just curious as to, I mean, if there's something worthwhile down there, I suppose we could check it out, but you pick up anything like interesting that we should investigate, or is it just, a side path?
It is a well-traveled path, and I can discern many, many different tracks, both humanoid and animal, that go down this trail.
Is this trail heading north or south?
It's heading north.
We can go in there if you want.
All right. I think it's probably best that we she'll turn to Irid, and she'll say, Are you able to cast that spell in which you're able to summon a creature? I believe it's a familiar of some type.
Jake.
Irid?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's just like, okay, very well then.
Oops, I didn't mean to click that.
Oops. Ooh.
My bad.
Well, you don't.
Now you all know my secrets.
All right, so you guys are heading in?
Yeah, we'll head in.
Sure, why not? Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Okay. It is not big enough for the cart.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna leave a Jethal out here tied to it like a tree,
Okay.
but with enough lead that they can do a little bit of like grazing.
Okay.
And I'm going to have my sword out
Yeah, I'll have my great axe out.
Okay.
because I don't want to spend an action summoning it.
What's the marching order for your guys' group?
Let's see.
Who's out in
I'll
front?
be in the front.
Reese is out front.
I'll be right behind
I'm
Reese,
in-
I reckon.
Okay.
Or should...
If it's 2x2, I'll walk with Reese.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. So Reese and Irid out front, and then Stella and Dabria behind them.
Right.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Cool. Dope. You guys begin making your way into this small trail here. And you guys have been following it for a little ways. It kind of veers left for a little bit, and then right, and it's not exactly like it's hard to keep track of which direction you're heading. But eventually you kind of move down the track, just move down the track just a little longer before you come to, it looks like maybe about 100 feet ahead, it empties out into a clearing. And Dabria, you see that this road is well traveled, just based on your passive perception. You see that this road is well traveled and everything. However, all the tracks lead to this clearing, but there are no footprints in the center of this clearing. It looks like there's fresh grass here. It's very strange looking.
That doesn't right. I don't feel good about this. Can I see if there's tracks going back out?
You look around. There's tracks going in every direction here.
Okay.
You look down. It's very far from an organized.
Sure, but they're not just like only going one direction.
Right.
Okay.
So when you say there's grass here, like how high is it?
Probably like ankle height. It's kind of like it's kind of like bluish grass, and the outer rim of this clearing is like thick with vines.
Well, shall we continue?
Well, I think this is it, but I guess the question is, what is it?
Perhaps
I take a step into the clearing.
You head into the clearing?
I'm gonna stick by her.
Okay, cool. You two begin moving forward. Stella and Reese, are you guys doing anything?
I will stand where I am on the outside of it, and I'll turn to Dabria and I'll say, "Do you suppose this is a ritualistic circle for a spell or something to that effect? I don't think we should be stepping inside this area. This seems wrong."
It does seem wrong. I don't know though. I can't tell what.
as Reese and Irid are moving forward, the two of you kind of walking side by side, you get maybe 10 feet from the clearing, and as you step forward, the ground gives way, and both of you plunge 10 feet into a pit. At let me pull out the book real quick.
Don't suppose I can make a reflex save.
Let me see. I have the page up. 1 sec.
Or cast levitate on myself.
With the rules.
Is that a reaction? Levitate?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's me. That's the DM speaking.
No, that's I knew I wouldn't get away with that one.
As you guys are falling, you look down and you see that there are a few spikes in the ground there. So in order to allay some of the damage, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw. Okay. Reese, you are able to dodge the spikes. However, Irid, you fall on top of them. Reese, you take 6 points of damage. And Reese, you take 12 points of damage as you fall onto one of the spikes and it pierces through your chest.
Shit.
It's easily kind of broken off, and you manage to get off, but you look down and you see there's like this blackish ooze kind of leaking from your wound. Maybe a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
Yikes.
God.
Fuck.
Oh shit, dog. Oh, that was no, Reese. You're good. You didn't get pierced by the stakes.
Because my dex save was good enough? Okay, cool.
Okay. Irid, you are going to be taking half of this damage.
Oh God.
So an additional.
I'm at 0 hit points.
As the poison kind of you kind of stand up for a second, the poison takes course through you, and you kind of, and you just, and you pass out.
Wait, how many hit points do you have?
25.
He's not a strong boy. He's a strong boy when he hits things, but not when things hit him.
6 and 17 would be 23.
12 and 17.
I had
17.
he rolled the 12 for me.
No, he rolled
No.
6 for you.
No.
Oh.
There was a dex save to get out of the way, dex save to get out of the way of the spikes, and then a con save to to beat the poison, which he passed.
I still take. I'm still at 0, so that's fun.
Yeah. As that happens, Dabria, you look up, you look through the woods, and you see 3 shapes moving. And as the pit trap activates, roll me initiative. You are not surprised because of Reese. Reese, you spotted them too and called out, and so you guys immediately dropped down in a defensive stance.
Yeah.
As the trap.
So I am not in the pit.
You are in the pit. You
But
just
I am
managed
in the
to
pit.
you managed to avoid the spikes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh.
You're going to have to climb 10 feet out of the pit if you want to move, and I will
Well,
get you
that's
to
what
the.
you think I'm gonna do.
Ah.
Oh shit! I forgot which one it is. I didn't want to drop you guys. Shit! Oh hell!
What are you doing?
Well,
What are you doing?
It's been fun, y'all.
Oh, come on! Don't talk like that.
Good thing we got a cleric, yeah.
Yeah, that worked out so well for us last time.
Yeah. it's
Did you have
whatever.
2 clerics last time?
No.
No.
No, but I swear to God, I'm gonna roll a friggin' cleric if I die.
Yeah.
I'm a multi-class cleric barbarian, so I can heal myself and tank as much damage as possible.
Yeah. If I lose a 4th character in this game, I might just make a dragon somehow. And just like go to Chris's house and tie him up and make him let me do that. So
Jeez,
I
Amy,
might just make a dragon!
Don't threaten me with a good time. Oh,
That's the only thing that can survive Barovia as a dragon.
and then
Can't confirm.
I'll make a
I'm gonna-
Viserion, and I will make a lot of fog. It'll be very scary.
okay. You guys go ahead and roll me some. You guys are on the page, right?
Yeah.
Did everyone see?
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll me some of that good initiative.
Crap.
Some of that yummy initiative. Yes. Yes.
You want me to roll initiative?
Yeah, because you gotta make death saves, bud.
Fair enough. Oh, well. Sorry, that's my bad. Can you just include that, or do you want me to re-roll?
You got a 7?
Yeah.
Stella got a 7 as well. What's your guys' dexes?
+1. I just forgot to send mine to the turn tracker.
Oh, I'm 1-2. I'm 13, so +1. So
13. All right. What's your actual number? Irid.
13.
13. God damn it, you guys.
I'll let Stella go first.
Okay. You
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys.
An hour
Breeze.
later, we figured it out.
Druid. Everyone else is good. Okay. Cool. Dope. Descending. Reese, you're up first. You have a passed out Irid beside you in this pit. The walls are easy enough for you to climb at half speed, unless you have something that makes it different.
That's way cooler than that. Absolutely.
Are you just okay? What would you like to do?
I am going to use my daily levitate.
Okay.
But first,
Okay.
sorry, like my thing doesn't. Anyway, I'm gonna do that, but I am going to go over and grab Irid, hook my arm under his, or like hook my arms under his, and then cast it, so that way we both lift up.
Okay. Dope. So you go up 20 feet, so you're now 10 feet above the hole.
I was gonna say though, as I got out of the hole, I was gonna like drop him on the ground. Not when I'm high, just
I get you. So you're gonna put him down like right
be
here.
like, yeah, be like, Dabria, fucking. Ugh.
Okay. You float up and you look out and you can see the shapes kind of moving through the trees.
And then I have movement. I'm gonna. Oh shit! I can't.
So you can't move yourself unless you have something to push off of. And you were kind of just floating in the middle of this clearing.
Give me just a sec.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why I
What
didn't
would
ever...
it cost?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh. What would it cost me to tie a rope to an arrow?
Tie a rope to it. Well, you'd need an action to fire it.
I'm aware.
Do you have any? Do you have anything that would speed it up? Do you have any like?
I don't want to shoot it. I just want to tie the rope to the arrow.
I think it's going to be an action.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you need to have quick hands in order to do something like that. And you're a ranger, so you got quick hands, but not rogue hands.
Rogue hands.
Rogue hands. They're good hands.
That's a
Um,
new band.
Rogue hands.
Okay, I am going to go up. I'm 10 feet above the hole. I'm going to go up another 20 feet
Okay.
with my
so
movement. And with my bonus action, I'll just get out the rope. How about that? Does
Yeah,
that
that's
work?
fine. Yeah, that's cool. You pull out the rope. You're now 30 feet in the air with the rope out. Is that good?
E.
E.
I
Okay.
also could have done rope trick. That would have been smart too, because I have that now, but I didn't. But
Big hips. But for now, Dabria, it's your turn. You have a dead boy on the rim of a pit, as well as
Alright.
3 shapes in the woods.
Just
I'm gonna
push
go
me
fix
over.
that.
Finish the job.
No, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds so you get 12 hit points.
Thank you.
Nice.
Cause
Nice.
I get to max that out.
Beautiful.
Cause you were unconscious. And then I'm gonna
This is going to happen a lot.
look agitated? I don't know. Let's see. I can see the shapes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead. On this over here.
Is that an action?
Oh wait, that's an action. Yeah, I thought it was a bonus action. Never mind. I'm gonna do nothing.
Okay.
Aside from look agitated.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look convincingly agitated.
Okay.
Stella Athunathala.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
Let's see.
Oh, thank you, Reese, for marking that.
So,
I just don't know how to put the little number there. Sorry.
I'm gonna come down here, and can I reach Reese? Can I kind of reach a?
Reese is 30 feet in the air.
Oh, right.
Well, yeah, 30.
Oh, I guess 20.
Well, I was gonna say I can use my movement to go. Yeah, a total of 30.
Okay,
Total
yeah.
30.
I was gonna give her a little bit of momentum, but if that's not the case, then yeah, a little bit, like grab her
Like a
and just
balloon.
like
Like a kick in the ass.
That would be hilarious, yeah. But instead, I have my great axe and I kind of point it toward this fella and I say, "Hello, excuse me, who are you exactly?" And she'll just kind of like get angry and she would like to rage as she steps forward.
Okay.
Just questioningly, like, "I'm going to kill you now."
All right.
She's like, "I'm not sure what's happening right now, but I'm not very comfortable with this."
Oh, are these reckless?
No, they're not. So 10
Okay.
and 21.
21 will hit. Go ahead and roll
Beautiful. For
roll
9
damage.
slashing.
for 9 slashing.
Yay!
He didn't like that. You kind of walk up to this wild-looking man. He's wearing rags, and he has like this gnarled tree branch in his hands. And as you kind of walk up, you swing it and slam it into him. And he falls back, and he says, "Strahd is the land. We will return you to its tree."
Oh, to it's his tree? His tree?
His tree. Anything else?
History.
History. Bonus action.
That was
attack,
action,
attack.
bonus action.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
That's
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Irid, you are awake with 12 hit points. However, you are prone.
I'm gonna spend half my movement to get up,
Affirmative.
and I have to double check something real quick. I'm sorry, I should have completely totally done this just a second ago.
No worry.
I'm pretty sure I get. Yep, I just make sure I get my extra beam. These are 5-foot squares, correct?
Correct.
I'm going to shoot my Eldritch Blast at this person right here.
Okay. Eldritch Blast. Far away.
That reminds
When-
me of that episode of Critical Role where I think we know the episode where Liam says, what does he say? Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eldritch.
I died when I saw it the first time.
That a 20 is going to hit. Go.
That's going to be 8. I'm going to do it again.
Well, then,
13 hit.
13, however, will not hit, as it will bark like.
Alright. I just realized I don't have the one thing I remember my Eldritch Blast having, so that's fun.
Agonizing.
No, the thing that pulls him closer to me.
Yes, it's a shame. So that was action. Anything for your bonus action?
Nope.
Okay. It's
Already got the sword out, so.
It's now the druid's turns. This one is going to 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. And they're going to do a fun thing called Thunder Wave.
Oh my god.
Dabria and Irid make me Constitution saving throws. Dabria, you pass. Irid, you do not.
Oh shit!
Irid takes 7 points of damage as this thunder roars out from this druid. Dabria, you take 3 points of damage.
If it
And
pushes me in a diagonal, I'm actually pushed over the pit.
oh yeah, because it pushes 10 feet, huh?
Son of a bitch.
Well, it's a 15-foot cube. So here's the cube. And he's gonna push you directly back. So make me a dex save to avoid the spikes.
Alright, here we go.
Oh.
Do it again, Chris.
Oh.
Do it. Kill my
Fucking
character.
spikes!
Ugh.
You should have just rolled me into the pit while you had the chance.
So you get pushed back, and you kind of not being able to get out of the way. It takes 16 points of damage.
I'm at 0.
Fortunately, that kills you before the poison gets to you.
Okay, so now this is an actual question. Because I hit 0, because the spikes, does the poison have a chance of hitting me a second time?
The poison
at 0.
You are going to take you're going to fail a death save right out of the gate. Yeah. So that's fun. So yeah, you're just going to fail a death save as the poison courses through your now unconscious again body. And you are laying with a spike impaled through your chest, like a fun boy does. This druid down here is going to hopefully have just as productive a turn. And they're going to throw a Produce Flame at you, Reese. Does a 16 hit you?
Let me check. Yes.
You're going to take 2 points of fire damage.
Ow!
Jinkies! Stella, the one on you, is going to try to hit you with a shillelagh.
Ugh.
But
No,
not with the natural one, it's
sir.
not.
Oh, hell no!
It swings and goes wide, and you easily parry it with your blade.
Yeah.
That's the round. Reese, you're up. You just watched as your friend got pushed back into the pit.
I can't keep doing this.
Come on, bud. We cannot keep doing this.
I'm gonna tie my rope to my arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and I, if I can, shoot it at this boy.
Okay. Fire away.
Alright.
So wait, did you pick me up out of the pit, or?
No, you're still in the pit.
Okay, I don't know if I hit him, but did I hit something?
You did not hit him, and we are going to do a fun game called High or Low.
Low. That's not low.
Unfortunately, the arrow kind of doesn't find purchase through the trees, and you manage to just perfectly kind of get through, and it just kind of impacts the ground somewhere further ahead.
But it impacts the ground?
Yeah.
I pull myself.
You pull, and you pull with the force it would take to move yourself, and you just pull the arrow out of the ground.
Now, Chris. Come on.
I don't know what you want from me. I didn't do it. You did.
Oh.
You do have a second attack.
Alright. Fine. I don't hit that one, because he's just got a little flame that can't hurt me that much. I'm gonna get this one, though.
Okay. Fire. Do you pull back your arrow? Oh!
Yeah. Yes.
What was that, Chris?
Nothing.
Frustration crit.
Go ahead and roll that damage. 13. He was not a fan of that. As the arrow kind of flies forward, it hits him in the throat, and you watch as the blood begins pouring out. He's still standing, but you see he's kind of wavering. That hit took a lot out of him. Good hit.
Well, good.
Good stuff.
Oh.
As you're just kind of floating above the pit. Is that a concentration, by the way? I should have had you. I should have had you done a concentration check.
Okay,
boy, how did that would have been fun. But
I'm
it
good.
doesn't matter. It's too late. I forgot. Dabria, you have a boy right in front of you.
Yeah.
He's dirty and disheveled and wielding the stick
And has an arrow sticking out of his throat.
and an arrow.
Right. Well, first I'm gonna cast. First I'm gonna do this because. Yeah, and then.
You had to touch me in order for that.
No, I don't.
Not as her.
Circle of Mortality grants 30-foot range and bonus action casting time.
Yeah, that's huge.
Oh, sorry. I was reading the description and not the range.
You are stabilized.
It's like she's the only one who prepared for Curse of Strahd round 2.
Holy shit!
I want to have fun play characters.
Holy
I feel like I
Did anyone
prepared
else-
pretty good.
Can we talk about Reese's Constitution save?
Yeah, I was gonna. That's why I was saying. What were you saying about a con save?
Just out of curiosity, I want to see what my next death save was.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, good.
All right, so that's a bonus action. Anything you want to do with your action?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to look over my shoulder and cast Guiding Bolt at the one in front of Stella.
Okay.
Nice.
16 will just barely hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Any day now. Come on.
It'll catch up. It's got a lot going on. Ooh. He is still up, but just barely. As the guiding bolt impacts him, it kind of sends him back, and you watch as his form kind of glows a little bit, and then there's like a distinct sparkle near his neck, Stella, that you notice, guiding you toward it.
Yeah. Very good.
Anything else, Dabria?
Nope, that'll do it.
Okay, Stella, you're up.
Yes, I will take this opportunity to make one attack on him at advantage. Raging.
Yo.
Nice.
Hey. I think you do a little more damage than that.
Oh
Great
yeah.
Axe Raging Muffin?
Yeah, I was inspired by that video you
So you're actually gonna do, wow, that's a lot. 12 plus 11, 23 points of damage to this guy as you wheel your axe up above your head and bring it down right in that spot where it's glowing. Guided by Dabria's magic, your axe impacts and falls down into this guy's chest cavity.
Yeah.
And he just kind of gasps as his life leaves him.
Beautiful. She'll take an opportunity to use her movement to let's see. Yeah, she'll come up there to that square and do the second attack raging.
Okay.
Reckless, I mean.
Okie dokie.
I'm trying to fix the where do I add the 1d12 for the crit? Is it
We can just remember it for now. We can fix it later.
okie dokie. So bam. Oh, I didn't need it.
Bam!
Just
yeah,
eight.
8's gonna do, or 18's gonna hit. 8 will not do it. That was misleading. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
As you walk up and you kind of, just passing, you drive your axe into this guy's gut, and he kind of falls back. Now, an arrow in his neck and a huge gash in his gut. He kind of stands there and just panics. Irid, you are stabilized but unconscious, as there is now a giant pole in you. So that's fun. Cool. Druid's turn. The druids are not doing great. Things are not working out for them. It's almost like a level 5 party is much stronger than a level 4 party. So the one that you guys are facing off with right now cannot get away, so they're going to swing with their shillelagh at Dabri, who's got healing magic. Well, hey!
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure.
Well, that's pretty good there. So that's going to be 16 points of damage. And as with Shillelagh, he kind of brings it down and just cracks it on top of your head, and a huge, not a huge wound, but a wound opens up on the top of your skull and kind of begins bleeding down over your face. The other one's going to try to run, I think. No, I want to see Reese fall in that pit.
No.
He's gonna throw another flame at Reese. Will a 20 hit?
Yes.
You take 7 points of damage. Make me a concentration check.
I'm just flying up here with my middle fingers out.
He's then going to move and take cover. 5. I forget what looks like cover here. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, that's as far as he gets.
Oh,
cool.
perfect.
Reese, you're up.
I'm gonna fucking wail on that kid.
Alright, wail away.
First hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that hits alright. For 9, he doesn't like that, but he's still up.
Second.
Oh my
25's gonna hit.
That's a rager.
For 5.
Now.
He's still up as 2 arrows. One enters his abdomen, the other one enters his chest, and he kind of stands there and goes, "Oh!" Question?
Does my shooting propel me away because of the force?
Look, bow and arrows are like magic. I don't...
I gotta try something, Chris. You're trying to get me into the pit. I gotta try to get away from the pit. All right.
I'm reading the situation.
It's only fair.
Holy shit.
No, it doesn't move you or anything like
All
that.
right, fine.
Cool. Dabria.
Throw a rock at her. Throw a rock at her.
At me?
Yes.
It's gonna have to be a pretty big fucking rock.
Aim for
Knowing my
like...
luck, I just miss. I am
Dust.
going to. Oh, Jeebus. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Irid.
Okay.
So that is what? I don't know. Like
D4. It's 8.
8.
So you have 8 hit points, Irid, as you kind of wake up and you see there's a
Signals.
giant hole in your chest.
Yeah. Oh, probably should have gotten him out of there first. That's probably a little disturbing. Now, since that's a bonus action, now I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
But I'm going to cast it on this jerk.
Okay. They gotta make a wisdom save. I hope they make it.
How much health did I get back? 6?
8.
8.
They don't make it. And I think... Oh, you wanted the left one. I think it's 2d12.
It would be.
It very
yeah.
much is.
Whoopsie.
Go ahead, roll one more of those d12s.
I should probably fix that. Oops, I meant to roll 1. Take the first one.
I think either way it'll kill him. Yeah, the 5 would have killed him, actually. As this loud gong kind of rings out, you watch as this druid over here, his eyes kind of roll back into his head, and he dies painfully as his brain explodes from noise or something. I don't know. That was a really good description. I'm a very good DM. Stella, you're up.
He's dead. He did.
He did.
You dead as hell.
All right. I'm gonna go ham on this motherfucker with a reckless attack with the Raging Muffin.
Okay. Yeah, 22's gonna hit for
Bam! Max
18.
damage.
And with that, you bring your axe up and over your head and just straight down, just cleave this guy in twain.
Yeah.
And he bites it. He goes, you'll never defeat our master.
Mastiff? You got a doggy?
Oh, you got
No.
dogs? Puppies.
Master. I said master. Excuse me one moment, I'm going to die. Ugh!
Well done.
I'm gonna float down,
Okay.
look at Irid and go, you wanna lift?
Sure. Okay.
This is gonna hurt a lot more than you think it's gonna hurt. Okay?
Listen, I feel
I
like
pull him up.
Oh,
It is very painful, not HP painful, but it is painful as you kind of rise up over the pit. In order to get away, all the poison was kind of put on the tops. So Reese, you kind of break off the parts with the poison on them as you bring him up. I'm just going to give you that, so that way we don't have to deal with that mess again. And you kind of pull Irida up and kind of put him on your shoulder, and you guys float back up toward the edge of the thing. And then
I drop him off and go, "Hey, Deborah." He's back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless we should rest.
Yeah. Do we have a minute or two?
Sure. I mean,
Or like
I'm just
10?
gonna have.
Say 10?
No,
10
that's fine. I was just gonna have Stella like tow me around so I could get a good look at the area.
Sure.
Why don't we
in the
tie a rope to your foot and balloon you around?
I say,
That's what I was suggesting.
I say it's a pretty good spell, but I think it's probably important that you attain some kind of propulsion.
Right.
Right.
And I throw the rope at your face.
Oh, right. I'm the propulsion. Right. Okay, very well.
And I go up, 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 up.
So you guys are taking a short rest or something?
Yeah.
I just want 10 minutes, but if anybody else wants a short rest, we can do that.
I'd like a short rest, please.
Yeah, why
Hello.
don't you guys short rest and I'll just get toted around by Stella and I'll just take a look at our surroundings a little.
Okay. So you float up. It's maybe like 60 feet in order to clear the trees. Do you go a little higher than that?
Yeah, let's go.
How long is
80 feet.
How long is your rope? You can tie a second rope to it, so you get 100 feet.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let me see. I think I do have a rope.
You now have 2 ropes. Let's play a fun game. No, I'm just kidding. Who feels like they're good at tying knots?
The wind catches you.
Yeah, the wind catches Reese and just floats off.
I mean,
To the
okay,
sunset.
first of all, even if I do fall, I land gently because that's how levitate works.
Right.
So it's fine. I
Who
just
knows
need
where
to
you
be
could end up?
dragged
Like, if
somewhere.
you land gently in the middle of the lake, that could be
You
a
land
problem.
gently in Castle Ravenloft.
All right. So I'm
On the
playing.
guys-
balcony.
I'm playing Reese Kite right now. So what do you see
Yeah.
up there?
You're kind of guiding Reese around. Reese, you look around. You see a mountain to the north. You see a large lake. However, keep in mind everything is shrouded in mist, so it's hard to make out any specific details of anything. One thing you do note, however, is the large looming castle that seemed to be darkening the area around it to the east, on the same path, seemingly where that carriage was going to lead you. You see also a village in the trees over here,
Excellent.
presumably Valaki.
That's what I was hoping for.
And then you do see off to the south a very tall mountain. Very, very tall mountain. A single lone kind of mountain with a few fingers that lead down towards the villages and everything like that. And then to the north, you see a series of mountains that are all covered in trees.
Okay, I come back down.
Okay. You give the signal, and Stella pulls you back down. You guys are taking... Just to
let the
clarify...
spell go, and I float down.
Okay. Just to clarify, you guys are taking a short rest, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you come down, and as you're like lowering down, you look over, and you see, what was the name of your horse?
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. You see Bartholomew in the cart, kind of lazing on the side of the road there, just south of this little copse of trees that you guys are in. You come back down. Go ahead and roll for your hit die. Go ahead and get back everything. Get back on a short rest.
Why does it have it set as a D4?
What?
That's very
says-
odd.
God, I cannot imagine a class that uses a D4 for hit die.
But why does
That would-
it's
AD&D wizard.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean,
D&D wizards up to 3 0.5.
It's automatic. Isn't it supposed to be automatic?
It's supposed to be based on your class. Yeah, it's really weird.
Because I think it's a D10.
Yeah, clerics are D10.
That's what
Nope,
I thought.
D8.
D8.
Son of a...
That's what I said.
Well, let's try that. Oh, that's even better.
Oh, yay. How did you do better
Cool.
with the D4?
I'm excited.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I get to add 4, 5, 6 to that, so that's cool.
Okay.
So,
Well, hey.
big whopping 11.
That's something. You guys settle in for your hour and everything, and you're sitting and you're comfortable. And the hour passes, the looming pit kind of there. What do you guys do with the druid corpses?
Search him!
You search them?
Yes!
On them, the druids have almost nothing. They don't have anything by way of pockets or pouches or anything like that. Their staves are like... I was going to say staves, but that's not it. Their staves are like made of... They're just like tree branches. It's like they just walked up and hacked a tree branch off and are just using that. They have like this black kind of mud caking their faces. And they seem almost primal. A lot of them seem like they haven't bathed in years. They got funk.
Still, she'll say, how do druids cast their spells? Do they have a focus like a wizard? Perhaps they have some sort of holy symbol on their bodies.
Do they have a holy symbol on their bodies?
You look them over. Doesn't seem like it.
Oh.
I would assume that it has to do with something with Strahd.
Oh, I see.
They don't have a particular deity, obviously, or else they'd have a symbol of some sort. But they were saying a lot about him, so...
Yes, the mad ramblings about Strahd.
How's everybody feeling?
I feel fine.
Honestly, I could be better.
Irid, that did not go well for you.
No, if we're being honest, it didn't.
I feel like
But-
we...
Still alive, so we got that going.
Dabria, thank you for your quick action to save Irid. I feel, as the leader of this group, that you are very, very important to the group. And Stella's kind of like standing there awkwardly, and she says, I know we haven't formally chosen a leader, but I would like to put my name up for leading the group. If that's something that's okay, just let me know. Or if you think there ought to be some type of voting, we could do that as well.
I think we've been doing good so far making decisions together.
Oh.
Guys, I found her voice again. It's like deep Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. She'll say, well, it's apparent that the decision to come this way was incorrect. I feel that,
Well, we did find something interesting.
Yeah.
We know the druids here suck.
yes, this is true. Information is important.
Should we continue on?
Let's do that.
I'm gonna get in the cart.
Okay, you guys journey back south for like a minute or so, and find your way back out to the road where Bartholomew is waiting. You guys,
It's actually Stephen Colbert.
Oh.
it seems like that wasn't. It seems like you've just changed it.
Or maybe his name's Eric, the bee.
From now on, his name is
Eric the bee.
Job. His name is Job, like from the Bible.
Not Job.
Not Job. His name is Job. His name is Bible Job. He's very upset with the trials and tribulations that have been placed upon him. That was Job, right?
His name's Watch Out for Spikes.
You guys,
See, every time the horse comes up, I'm just going to call it something different. So,
you guys hop on the back of Sir Tippleton and ride off eastward or westward.
the horse with no name.
No name. As you guys come around what seems to be a small hill, and as you guys make your way around it, you see just on the other side, rising up above the hills there, what seems to be an old windmill. The blades. Let me see if I've got a thing in the book that's much better than how I describe things. The old Svalich Road transitions here from being a winding path through the Balanok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great... Hold on. Great Mountain Lake. Its water's dark and still. A branch in the road leads west to a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. God, that was tough to get through.
How are we doing on time?
At this point, you guys spent an hour. You spent maybe 10 minutes moving, and then an hour. It's maybe about 2:30.
Okay. We don't have to stop. I point out the windmill. We don't have to stop here. I did see the village. Should be no more than.
And as you say that, you can actually see the village now. Over all these trees.
That might be our next stop. I'm not sure, but
I'm cool. I'm cool traveling till we get to the town, but
you don't want to go exploring anymore. I got it.
I'd like to sleep there. Me and Charlie Brown get some rest.
Sure.
Young Goodman Brown, got it.
Yep.
So you guys continue on past the windmill, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay. You guys travel past the windmill, continuing on for a ways, kind of moving around the trees here. You can cut through the trees if you like, but not with your cart.
No. No.
Yeah, it'll save you maybe 2 minutes, 10 minutes tops. And then you guys kind of come through and make your way to the town. Yes, the town, of course.
Yes.
The old Svalich Road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against the wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town of slumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Iron rust clings to these gates. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. All the heads seem to be rotted and in very bad condition.
Is there anybody at the gate, like manning?
You look up, you see a sallow-looking man kind of looking down.
Oh, no. I had been meaning to...
Let me see.
I look like aggressively pitiful at them.
Aggressively pitiful.
You
That's
know.
a new one. No, I hear it.
I can see it.
Yeah. Aggressively pitiful.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Let me just double check something. As you guys kind of look up, you see a sallow-looking man kind of standing there on the other side of the gate, the rusted iron gate here. And he looks up at you kind of slowly, and he says, "You here to visit the town?"
We're trying to find Vallaki.
Well, you found it. Let me open up the gate. And he kind of moves over to one side, and you see him just slowly and lazily opening up the locks. And he pulls it open. Come on in, then.
walk in.
We'll walk in.
All right. You guys head inside and come to the town of Valaki. Give me one moment. Wait, I gotta make sure I deleted you guys' little tokens.
You've deleted us.
I gotta make sure there's no remnants of the party that came before.
I mean, those wolves' heads on the pike might be a.
Right?
They could be an indication, yes.
Oh, you know what's clever, guys? I just joined a Werewolf the Apocalypse game, so it's funny. My last character is a werewolf, and now I am actually playing a werewolf. This is interesting.
That is interesting. It's like art and life.
Right.
Yeah.
I should have named her Olivia.
Oh yeah.
But anyway.
There we go. And we're good. You guys come to the town of Valaki. You see before you a road kind of leading west through the town. And the guards kind of shut the gate behind you as you come through. You look around. It seems miserable here. There's like tattered banners hanging from lines that kind of go across the streets. However, whatever symbols have been written on them are lost to time. People look like they're starving here. Many people you can see their bones sticking out through their thin paper skin as they walk about the town. Some of them carry small goods to sell or otherwise, and most everyone just ignores you.
I look back up to the guy at the gate and I go, "Sir, we're looking for the Blue Water Inn. Where might we find that?"
Hey, it's right down the road there, and he points down the road leading west. You see it, you can't miss it. It's got all the birds on it.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. It is. Let me see. Right, yeah.
Okay.
Shall we?
Sure.
Okay. You guys begin making your way down this road. People kind of shamble past you as you move. And eventually you come to what appears to be the Blue Water Inn. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. As you guys get closer, what you had once thought were shadows on the roof turn out to be other ravens. In truth, there's 20 to 30 ravens currently perched on the roof of this inn.
Well, they did mention a whole lot of they did mention ravens, so there's that.
Yeah.
I think we should go inside.
I think we ought to as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe ask about Yesterhill and then also this evil tree.
You guys walk up to the front door and open it up, and it is quiet inside of this place. You don't see anybody inside in the common area, in the common room. As the door opens, you hear shuffling back behind the counter there. Before a man steps out. He's got kind of dark hair, kind of combed back, a thick beard, and like these purplish kind of robes that he's wearing. You see he's kind of cleaning glass. He steps out and he kind of looks out. He says, "I can help you. What do you need?"
We're looking for somebody who may be in charge of the ravens.
In charge of the ravens? I don't know what you mean.
Well, there seems to be an abundance of ravens on your building. I'm guessing they're some sort of shifters, or somebody runs them or something?
He kind of looks you over for a second and looks at everyone else.
I mean, it's kind of obvious. There are literally like at least 50 of them.
Are you guys new here?
No, we just eat really well.
Funny. My name's Brahm. I own this place. You're looking for the Ravens, yeah?
I believe so, for several reasons.
Yes, we
Well, if you're new here, I know what those reasons are. Look, this is all we are now. We used to be bigger, but now we're not. Our winery got destroyed. I was a kid when that happened. There were people like you who came, and they said they would help us. And then I saw my grandpa again, and he died. And then my father died. Then my mom died. Then they took the winery.
The Druids.
The Druids. Yeah. You're after them?
Well, we were told that there were a few things. We were talking to Ismark, and he mentioned something about Yesterhill and how they broke the winery. We were hoping to help with that, perhaps, and then also something about an evil tree.
Yeah, the Druids, I don't know the full story. I was a kid when it happened, but they sent some kind of big-ass tree to destroy the winery. This big, hulking, black tree, and it ripped everything up. My grandfather was ruined. My family was ruined. And now it's just me.
Is the tree still there?
At the winery? I don't think so. The Druids probably went back to Yesterhill. If you look, he kind of steps out from behind the bar and goes out on the front porch of the inn and points out towards the western gate. If you go over that way, that's the I believe the evening gate. I would remember because I live here and I've lived here for a very long time, but Chris doesn't remember. Because he's a dingus. That would be the Sunset Gate. You go through there and follow the road just a little bit, and it'll fork. When it forks, you head south a ways. You'll see the ruins of the winery, and then just beyond that, the Druids. I mean, good luck. I don't know how many of us have been killed trying to get at those guys. He kind of looks down at his feet for a second, then turns and steps back inside the inn.
Thank you for your assistance.
Not a problem. Do you guys want a room or something? It's gonna get dark soon.
Yes, that would be actually perfect. We have been traveling, and we need somewhere to spend the night.
Mm-hmm. That's usually how these things work.
Right.
He looks down. We don't have much by way of food. What are you guys looking for?
Well, we have our own rations, but you mentioned earlier that that there were more of your family.
Yeah. They're all here now.
I see.
I hope.
When would be a good opportunity to talk with them? I'm guessing you guys don't practice that activity during times when everybody can see.
Well, it doesn't really pay much to be secretive about the Order anymore. We used to be called the Keepers of the Feather. But after we lost the winery, Strahd kind of enjoyed seeing us suffer, and so now we exist by his whim.
This Keepers of the Feather, is that an actual feather or just a clever name?
It's just a name. We're ravens. We're raven.
No, I get it. I just didn't know if there was like some mythical feather.
Yeah, no. Most of us, some of us Some of us stayed in the Raven form to just keep watch and stay out of trouble. Some of them have been in that form for so long they've kind of lost themselves in it. I'm the only one who's able to consistently be in human form to deal with people who come in. But what once was a powerful force for good here in Barovia is now an inn with some birds that shit in the soup.
Mm,
Oh,
Don't eat the soup, by the
no,
way.
no, no, no. No, I would
Good,
not.
good to know.
if we are able to do something about the druids, would that change things for you and your?
No, well, yeah, the druids would be gone. We wouldn't have the winery. I don't know how to make wine, so we couldn't really bring that industry back. We ran out of wine decades ago.
Well, I don't imagine it's difficult. You grow the grapes, you ferment them, you squish them, I suppose, and then you have wine, possibly.
You ever try
land
to
is strawed.
you ever try to grow anything here?
No, no.
It probably doesn't happen unless Strahd wants it to happen.
I see.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Well, not to put too fine a point on it, and this may be a sensitive subject, but is there a force against Strahd here, or are you actively fighting him? He seems a tyrannical leader.
Not anymore. We used to work against him, against the Vistani and all of his spies and all the people who work for him. That was when we were strong, when we had my father and my grandfather. But those days are past.
Not with that attitude.
I could
Okay.
teach you all how to make rice wine if we had, rice.
Those are long-term things that they'd have to figure out. I think what we're dealing with here is
Look, it's not like we can't grow anything. We can. And we used to. We used to have thriving wine fields here. The issue was there were these 3 gems. See, these green gems that we put in our fields in order to make them more vibrant, full of life. They're magic, and now they're somewhere in Barovia. It's too dangerous for any of us to go out and try to find it on our own, so we just stuck back here. But we know the druids took one. We know Baba Lysaga has the other. But there's a third one somewhere.
Baba Lysaga. That is a new name we have not heard before.
Yeah, she's kind of a local legend. She lives in the ruins of Berez to the south. It was an older town, and I think it got flooded. I don't know. It was way, way before my time. Do you all want anything to drink? We have water.
I'll get some water.
Alright. It's on the house.
Yes, please, please.
He turns and brings back a couple mugs of water. Not a very good inn, is it?
if we can get you that gem from the druids, that would help.
Yeah, I'm sure winemaking isn't too hard. We could probably figure it out. It would definitely help us to grow something to help the people here. Even one of them would be enough.
Well, I mean, what do you guys think? We could take off in the morning.
So the druids
I'm
have.
not too keen on those. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, the druids have one of these gems then.
The druids have one, Baba Lysaga has the other, and the third one is gone. I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Yeah, my vote's for leaving in the morning and going after the druid.
I suppose I'm in the same boat here. If we can get rid of them, then that just makes seems it's like it'd improve everyone's lives. So
They are kind of assholes.
Yeah, they are assholes.
You
Alright. We got a pretty good rate for rooms. You know what? You guys are gonna go fight the druids and everything. Yeah, you guys can sleep. That's fine. Sleep here. It's not like I've got guests that I'd be barring.
Do you often get tourists here in Barovia that come through, or are we the first ones in quite a while?
No, you're the first one since I was a kid.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One more question. You mentioned earlier that the Vistani allied themselves with Strahd.
Oh yeah, they work with Strahd. There's an encampment of them just outside of town. But we don't let them in.
We spoke with them with this encampment. We spoke with one of their leaders and received information. It's very
And you're still alive. That's good.
well. It was
Not for lack of trying.
Yes. There have been
That's how it is.
they weren't kind, but they did not shun us. In fact, I had a moment with some of their children. That was unexpected.
Oh.
The pool there. I don't know the name of it. Do you know the name of it? Of the pool there?
Sir Pool?
Sir.
Just east of here? Sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
It's Sir Pool.
So, got it.
Mm-hmm.
I waded in, and well, the children, they jumped into the pool as well, and they frolicked a bit, and up to that point, I hadn't seen even a smile on any of the faces here of anyone we've come across. Why do you think? Are they under a charm, these Vistani? That they must remain aloof, remain unhappy, or is that true for everyone of this land? Are you all under some type of spell?
Are we all under some type of spell? I mean, not as far as I know. Look, we haven't had very many good interactions with the Vistani outside of town. They've killed some of our people. We've killed some of theirs. That's just how things go here. We assume they're working with Strahd because they're working against us. So that made sense at the time. But now they don't come in, we don't go out, so we don't really deal with them that much anymore.
Right.
Look, I was in the middle of a really good book. You guys can sit down here if you want, or go up to your rooms and take a nap, but you're not going to find much in town that's worth looking at.
Is there anyone in town that might have had contact with that group of adventurers that you mentioned earlier?
No.
The ones...
My dad talked to him. One of them did some weird things to my brain, which was fun.
Oh no.
Weird things, as in the effect of a spell or a charm, or...
I do not know. Sometimes I think he'd, I don't know, change something.
Oh no. Magic is
I don't know.
powerful.
Yeah, it was weird. Look, as far as anyone would know, I think one of them talked to Blinsky. He's this old toy seller. He lives in town.
Okay. The scrap of the single 4-inch by 4-inch scrap of paper that she's been jotting down on. She flips it over and she's like, "How do you spell that exactly?" It starts with
Blinsky.
B. Okay.
Yeah, Blin Sky.
Oh.
Blinsky.
Blinsky. Got it.
Yeah, that's it. You could talk to you could talk to the Burgomaster, but I think the only interaction the Burgomaster had with them was driving them out of town, which that was fun.
And this Burgomaster serves as your leader here in Velatia.
Well, his dad did, and then his dad went crazy, and so his son went in charge, and his son just kind of stays in the mansion, doesn't come out for anything.
I see. I'll say to the party, have we any other questions for Brom?
I don't.
Should we venture out into the city to maybe speak to this Blinsky fellow?
I certainly don't. I don't know if, like, I'm not sure talking to Blinsky's guy's gonna really help, though. I don't know.
Well, we're in a relatively safe place, possibly. I think I would like to go and speak to Blinsky.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Car. Get a muffler.
Wow, that my sinuses are clear now.
As you guys are kind of talking, Reese and Dabria, you guys notice a man hunched in the doorframe. He seems kind of haggard looking. He's got a hood up, and his face is covered, and he's kind of leaning against a. Let me see real quick. Let me just make sure I got this right. You see him kind of leaning against a cane as he kind of looks up at you. And he's just kind of sitting there, and he's like breathing heavily.
Hey.
The lady wishes to speak with you.
What lady?
Lady Vocta.
If your accent was any thicker, I could cut it with a knife.
She wishes to speak to you.
I look back to Brom. You know who he's talking about?
Yeah, Lady Wachter. She lives in town. She's like the second most powerful person, if not the most powerful.
Indeed.
She's a little weird. I don't know. I haven't talked to her too much. She doesn't come around here.
Okay. What does she want to talk to us about? I turn back to the guy.
She has a business proposition for you.
I look back to the group.
I mean, I guess we could go see, but it's...
Could you breathe a little quieter? We're
Do you know how to breathe through your nose?
I'm sorry, that was really distracting. We're trying to determine what our next course of action is.
I apologize for the distraction.
Do you have, like,
I will wait on the porch.
Very well.
And he turns and he turns as he moves and steps out on the porch.
Wow, he was a delightful, just lovely. He's just like, I kind of feel bad for him. I'll say, what could it hurt to go and listen to this proposition? We maybe can get more information about well, we haven't learned anything of Yesterhill yet.
I'd say we go.
Okay, I agree.
I'm in, as long as he, like... Is that, like, I hope there's just, like, a servant's quarters because I can't handle this dude in the room with us.
Me too.
There
I
better
think.
not be any pits.
Well, perhaps we need to start searching as we move along.
Think about it. A basement. They might have a basement, and that's just like a really organized pit.
It depends on the basement, really. I've seen basements that are not organized.
That's true. Hopefully they don't have any poison spikes in your
As
basement.
you guys are distracted with the conversation, you turn back and you see he's back in the doorway. You didn't hear him, but the second you turn and look at him, you hear, "Have you made a decision then?"
He's fucking with us.
I hate him so much.
Yeah, we'll go.
Alright, gang, I swear I'm not usually like this, but if some dude accidentally ends up murdered, it should be him.
Then you will follow me. And he turns and he begins walking. And he's very slow.
Have you
Just gone to the castle.
have you got some kind of arthritis problem or
I have had many problems, Fräulein.
okay.
Throughout the years.
This mistress of yours, what does she do here in Vallaki? What is her occupation?
She is an aristocrat in the town here. She is very powerful.
I see.
Very powerful woman.
I am myself am what was that word? Say it one more time.
Aristocrat.
Aristocrat. Yes.
She wishes only for the best in Valakia.
Of course, I am a noble of my tribe, in the hills, outside of Daggerdale. So, I am aristocrat as well. So I am.
Then you will get along swimmingly with the Fräulein, yeah. And what would have been maybe a 2-minute walk for you guys is now 10 minutes. It becomes painfully clear which house he's going to. A very nicely built house. It seems to like... I take that back. Retcon. This house seems disgusted with itself. A slouching roof hangs heavy
Exact opposite.
over furrowed gables, and moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the edifice actually groan. Only then do you realize the extent to which the house hates what it has become. And you watch as this hunched-over man, kind of walks forward, and he steps up to the rusted iron gate there, and pushes it open, and steps aside. Lady Vocta will see you now.
I go inside. I need to get away from this guy.
Yeah,
I will also go inside.
yeah, I would
Yep.
follow.
I close the door behind us.
As you guys walk up to the door, you watch as it slowly opens, and you see a very well-dressed woman just on the other side. I actually have a handout, probably. Let me see. Okay. Never mind. She looks to be a little older, a little wizened, kind of crone-like. Her hair is in 2 neat buns on either side of her head, and she's kind of looks down her nose at you as you step up. And she says, hello! Welcome to the Vorta House. Come inside and have lunch with me, please. I have a business proposition for you.
I'm getting a lot of business propositions from people lately.
We are. We're becoming well known in the area. She says, Stella says, Madam Voctor, I am Stella Athernathala, also known as Lowlander, of the hills
A pleasure to meet you.
outside of Dagger. And a pleasure to meet you, she says. And she'll stride into the room and walk right up and if there's a chair near her, she'll kind of like get in the closest chair and
As you step up, she gestures to your left and says, "Ernst will take your things." And as you turn, you see silently appearing before you the hunched man. And as soon as all of you look upon him, he goes, "I will take your things." And he reaches his hands out towards you.
oh,
Your weapons.
Irid probably doesn't have his sword out.
Of course, yes, of course. You need our weapons. We are in your.
They will wait by the door with me.
Why?
Well, the lady does not wish for you to have them.
Not you. Her. Why?
Why do I wish for you not to have your weapons inside of my house?
Yeah. You invited us here for a nice dinner. Why would we attack?
I mean, it's a nice dinner. I hate to answer for her, but like.
Do you, in your home, do you allow weapons at the table?
Well, it doesn't really matter because I don't plan on fighting anybody at my house.
Well,
I don't have a house.
Do you plan on fighting someone here?
No.
Then what is the problem?
Because I don't like this. This is weird. We're new to this town. We get invited to this house by a guy who can't breathe properly. You should probably get him to a doctor about that, by the way.
I have been to many doctors.
Us to just hand over our weapons to you all willy-nilly. We don't even know who you are.
Like a sauna might help.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Lady Fiona Factor. This is my home, the Factor House. And I wish to be in charge of Vallaki, because current leadership is ineffective. There. Does that work things out?
One question before we hand over our weapons.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of Strahd?
Well, Strahd, we are all his loyal servants. You must serve him, and he will grace us with his favor when the time comes. Wouldn't you agree?
I just kind of look at everybody else.
I mean, I don't know. You got like a real problem here, Reese, and I just don't see what the thing is. Like, if you can't beat them, join them.
Well,
that's assuming I can't beat them.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who live here.
Just to be clear, the one we are beating was the lord of this land, Strahd, correct?
Yes.
Of
Is
course.
that what we are referring to?
Yes.
It's a metaphor. It's stating that you can't change anything. You might as well get in their good graces.
You all are new here, correct?
Yes, we have.
No, we just eat really well.
That joke worked once, but it's getting stale.
It's not a joke, it's true.
Do you declare yourselves servants of Strahd?
No.
I am
No.
No.
He's offered us an invitation to meet with him.
A great honor.
Yes, there are people starving. And they seem to be suffering. I cannot condone their suffering.
So, because people suffer, we should not eat? That seems like very backward thinking.
It looks to me that there being less food available here is a direct result of his machinations, of his involvement.
I see. Very good.
I mean...
Unfortunately, my friends, we will not be having dinner this evening.
No, please, ma'am. Please correct me if I'm wrong, and please forgive my ignorance. You see, we are new to this area. I'm trying to figure out how best to remain respectful, but at the same time, find my way back home.
You wish to find a way back home. She kind of leans in.
Yes.
You wish to return from where you came.
Yes, I do. As we all do.
That is what we all seek. We all find our ways. I can give you a way, but you must meet my man here, Ernst, outside of the church at midnight. Can you do this?
Yes, we can. Or
Can't see it, but I'm giving it the squint.
You have my word. You will find deliverance.
From what?
From Barovia, from this place.
Now, is this like a metaphorical deliverance, or is it a physical deliverance? And the question is, to where? Because you could very easily say that you could deliver us from like life, and that's a lot of like last time somebody told me to meet them at like midnight. I got jumped by 3 dudes with clubs.
Oh man, you need to go to a Waterdeep more often.
I've actually never been to Waterdeep.
I don't know what this
Meetings
was.
at midnight in Waterdeep are pretty fun.
You do not have to do this meeting, but I felt our goals were aligned for a moment there. If they are not, and I was mistaken, then I will take the offer back. But your means of progress will be there, regardless of whether or not you are.
The invitation we were given said that he was the only one who could release us from this land. Now, what are you offering?
Yeah, we do have a piece of paper that says that, don't we?
Yes.
You have been given paper by the Lord Strahd himself.
Yeah, what are you going to do
he's
about
friendly.
I have not been granted the pleasure of his presence. And she kind of turns and opens up her dining room. And you see on the wall is this giant portrait of Strahd.
Oh my God.
Dabria, you recognize it immediately. His piercing gaze kind of looking over a glass of wine almost directly towards you.
You know what this feels like?
That's him. Mm-hmm.
Feels like we discovered, what's her name? I think it's Helga from Arnold. Found her Arnold Shrine.
Yes!
My loyalty to Strahd is no secret. Just as the Vistani have their allegiances with him, and it is no secret either. We do what we must to survive here. And if I treat Strahd with respect and the dignity he deserves, then he will look upon me with favor. But you lot stroll into Barovia, not knowing your ass from a hole in the ground, if you will excuse the vulgarity.
I've become well acquainted with holes in the ground recently.
Yeah, we know about those, yeah. Yeah, we know about those.
I can help you. And you can help me. We both have something the other needs.
Cool, so you won't mind telling us how you can help us?
She kind of stands there for a second.
Would you allow us the grace to choose if we want to take your offer or not?
The choice is yours. I will provide the means outside of the church at midnight, and you may meet me there, or you may not. But you will have to take it on an act of faith. Faith. My accent is very heavy. For now, however, it seems this food will go to waste. Ernst, will you escort my guests off of the premises? And then suddenly from behind you, Stella, you hear,
Oh, Okay. He's behind me, isn't he?
Yes, my lady.
Okay.
We
I
need to
will
get away.
show them off the property. Is there anything else you need from them?
If I tried to whisper to somebody, could I get advantage because he's breathing so loud?
Make a stealth check.
Oh, I'm
at
not.
advantage.
I'm just curious.
We really need message. We really need. Someone needs a message spell.
Very well, my lady. And he turns and begins walking out towards the gate, or towards the door, and opens it. Till next time, my friends. Till the next time we meet again.
Are we friends?
Seriously, though, consider the sauna. It could help.
I've tried everything.
Essential oils? Yoga? Crystals?
You need
Death?
steam.
You know, there was a priest in one of the villages that had a crystal that killed people. That was pretty neat.
So long.
Back to the inn.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, back
Yep.
to
Yeah.
You guys walk out. Were you gonna say something?
We're gonna get fucking stabbed.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, we are. We're gonna get shanked so hard.
Deborah, were you trying to say something?
No.
Okay. You guys walk out towards the gate and open it up. And sometime while you were walking, you didn't hear it, but the door was shut as you guys were moving. And eventually you guys make your way back to the inn.
Well, I have a plan.
Dabria, make me a perception check.
Jeebus.
Ooh.
Ooh, baby.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
That's some hot perception action right there. She's on fire.
Let me...
It's like my other cleric's passive perception.
Her eyes are on fire.
Yeah. Eyes on fire.
Oh, Jesus. My music does this really cool thing where it'll suddenly just go up to full volume for no reason.
That's fun.
Love it.
Awesome.
It's my favorite.
Exciting.
Is my music distracting in the recording? I like to play it, but
Not at all.
okay, cool. I just wondered.
As you guys are walking out, Dabria, you turn and look behind you, just kind of like on a whim. And across the street, leaning against his cane, you see Ernst. And he's just kind of watching as you step into the inn.
What the fuck?
Yo, I got an idea. It's a real bad idea, but it's an.
Does it... Okay. What?
All right, so she's talking that she doesn't like the current leadership. Now, what if we just like went to talk to them?
The current
Like,
leadership
maybe we could-
of this town.
Yeah, she mentioned that she didn't like she'd been trying to
Well,
remove him. It seems like a pretty forward move. Maybe we could just like get in touch with them, and maybe we could preemptively strike. You know, I know we're strangers in town, but we have 4 witnesses to account to the fact that she was trying to get us to commit what amounts to like treason.
maybe we should have this conversation in the inn in the room.
I figured we were inside the inn.
Oh, okay.
Dabria, as you turn to look back, as you kind of listen to what Earwood's saying, and you turn and look back, he's gone.
What the... Guys, I don't
I
like this at all.
say, I think we should meet there at midnight and then just like ambush them.
I think we should sleep and leave in the morning.
That's also a good idea.
I mean, I can foresee this being a continuous problem, though.
Yes.
Because
Because
This
apparently
ju-
he can teleport.
Wait, yeah, I mean, yeah.
He can't breathe, but he can... What the f...
Yeah, she needs to die.
So, like, I have a like. So we go talk to this guy, and if he's not willing to help us, I say we dish out some vigilante justice. I'm not usually a big fan for straight up murdering people, but maybe if we like burn down her house, we could send a good message.
Ooh.
So, here's my concern with going to talk to.
I mean, it sounds like we'd be doing the house a favor for itself, since it's out of it.
He's definitely watching us. So if we go straight to the burgomaster, she's gonna know. So
One of
then
us
if
is
we
going to have to distract.
I
Well,
suppose
no,
we'll-
actually, I have an idea. What do you think would like? I'm thinking that maybe I go back to her house and try to reconcile things while you go talk to the. Alternatively, I don't know. I'm trying to think about something that would garner her like his attention.
Well, I think your previous idea of lighting the house on fire would probably do that.
Yeah, the thing is I gotta wait. We gotta wait until sundown at least. At least.
Well, we could always go in, like, all of us could go in different directions.
That's an awful idea.
I'm aware of that.
Well, I think in the meantime, if we're planning on burning down her house, I feel like the best way to do it is to begin preparation now. Reese, I think you should have some oil-soaked arrows. Find a couple of glass bottles, fill those with oil, put a couple of rags in them.
I cannot condone this course of action. She has shown us respect. She had us over, and our alliances were not aligned, so she allowed us to leave. If she meant us harm, then she could have done it very well there, in her own house with no one in the street at midnight seeing anything. She could have ended our lives there, but she did not.
Well, she also wanted to take our weapons away.
Well, that's merely a concern of being among civilized company.
Yeah, but there's also the distinct possibility that she would do so with knives while we didn't have any weapons, poison food. That's a possibility. Somebody who so adamantly backs a man who's letting his land die and people suffer like this, a point that you yourself brought up. There's something going on here between her and her weird asthmatic thing. Because I'm almost entirely it's starting to give me the idea that thing's might not even be human.
Its name is
She
Ernst.
didn't
It has a name.
She didn't exactly let us go. She did have us.
What is our goal here?
I think our goal
To go
should be,
home.
This is true, and in order to do that, we need information. I like to believe that there may be a way to leave without the help of this Strahd, but it looks more and more like we need to speak to him in order to move forward.
I don't think us leaving was the original goal. We wanted to clear the mist, right?
And so far, all information points to him being the one who causes it.
Right. So we should do everything in our power to deal with him. Whatever happens here in this town, while sad and unfortunate is ultimately not our problem.
See, there's this nagging part of my mind, and I'm a man whose life is based almost solely in intuition, and it's never led me astray so far. I mean, I'm still alive.
How was
As
that?
you guys are as you guys are discussing, Brahm just kind of comes out with a couple glasses of water and leaves you guys to your discussion. Just kind of nods towards you and walks away.
I've got this feeling, like this crawling feeling on the back of my neck, that she's going to continue to be a problem. Because if we're going to deal with Strahd, he uses air quotes around the word deal. If we're going to deal with Strahd, then she's going to attempt to garner his favor any way she can, and that may be just straight killing us. Or attempting to.
But does that mean we strike first on an idea that she might kill us? On a feeling that she might attack us? She needs us, apparently. She must have felt it necessary to ask us for her help to get leadership of this town because she can't do it on her own. So she must not be of much power here. She must need something done. But nobody else is willing to do it if we're the only ones in how long that she asked us to do. If we stall and take care of Yesterhill and come back, maybe we'll be a bit stronger. Maybe we'll have a bit more knowledge to take her down in a more less murdery way.
Well, alternatively, I feel like if we're going for the whole not murder thing, we should definitely talk to whoever's in charge in the town, because as all of us can remember, she did tell us she was looking to basically overthrow. And I'm not really paraphrasing there, considering she wanted to remove the current, leadership of this town. I don't know. It sounds like a real murder. I don't know. I feel like this will be a problem, and the fact that she's approaching us tells me one of two things. You made a pretty good point about us being able to do something, but alternatively, it could also is that she wants to, or that she's reached a point where she's ready to move, and she'd prefer someone she doesn't have direct ties to. But it could mean that she's, given the option that we're not going to be around to do it, she could just.
So, at the very least, now that I think about it, we definitely should go find out more from the leadership, because if she's asking us, it's because we're new in town, which means we don't know what's going on. She could just be trying. I mean, there could be somebody incredibly powerful that we're going to be facing.
Should we speak to Brahm about this? Maybe he knows knows more than we know at this point.
He definitely does, yeah.
Do you guys call Brahm over?
Brahm!
He steps out. Yeah, how can I help?
We have been approached by a Lady Faulkner. I think that was her name.
Lady Wachter.
Wachter.
Wachter. Well, they say Wachter, we say Wachter.
Regardless.
Yeah.
She asked us over for dinner, and we arrived. And she then asked that we, she didn't ask so much that we tell our alliance to Strahd. I admittedly, I probably should not have let it slip that I I have feelings about Strahd, and I think he is not good for this land.
You have feelings for Strahd?
No, I have strong negative feelings, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
You see,
I mean, he is handsome. I get it.
no,
I haven't seen him. I'm just being a dick.
right. And she, threw us out, essentially. And,
Oh.
but not before offering, for us to meet with one of her men at midnight to discuss, possibly another way to leave Barovia. But
Do you want my honest opinion?
yes, of course.
That sounds like she wants to murder you.
Right.
Yeah, we gathered that much. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Brahm is on the up and up.
So
That's like murder talk 101. That's like
mhm.
what she
Yeah.
wanted from us is, first of all,
Blood.
she wanted us to assist her with eliminating apparently her enemies here in the town.
her enemies. I don't know if she talks to anybody enough to even have enemies.
So there's no other faction or family in the town.
Specifically, she mentioned that she wanted to remove the current leadership.
Oh. She wants to take care of old Victor. His dad was a little crazy, but Victor is a recluse. He doesn't ever leave his house. Yeah.
I mean, is that a good or a bad thing?
I don't know. I don't know what's worse. His dad used to do these very weird festivals where people would come out and give their praise to the sun and all kinds of stuff like that. But when he got sick and passed away and Victor rose to power, he uses air quotes there. Yeah, that was about it. He doesn't come out anymore. They never even took the banners down. I don't think the kid wants to lead.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Leading, like being in charge of Vallaki?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how it would help. I don't think it matters. People are going to starve regardless. There isn't enough food.
And the problem, and then it comes all the way back around to needing that stone that the druids have.
Right.
I think we go and get the stone, bring it back, take care of Miss What's-Her-Nuts, and then put Brahm in charge.
That's if you're up for it. I mean, like I feel like good leadership goes a long way.
I'm sure maybe we could patch up. I don't know. There's a lot already wrong. I mean, I'd be willing to give it a shot, but I'm not going to risk any more of my family.
Well, what you can do is think about it and discuss it with your family while we go do this.
All right. Are you guys going to keep your cart right outside?
Is that a problem?
No. I just wanted to make sure it was your guys' cart.
What do you guys think? What about that for a plan? Would that work?
That's a start.
It definitely is a start. I feel like
It fills up the vacuum of power that's happening here. Nobody's really doing anything, and it also, might give her a run.
What's she gonna do when we don't show up at midnight?
well,
Fuck if I know.
Maybe we ought to, or maybe just one of us should, or maybe we should scope it out. And
Alternatively, we lay the ambush first, just in case a preemptive dissuasion, a preemptive ambush to dissuade ambushers.
Well, what happens if we try to ambush and then we have to retreat and she's still in charge? Or she's still around, she's still living? That might
Then we go with-
accelerate a plan.
Well, then we go with my plan. Because if she ambushes us, then I believe I have within my full rights to burn her fucking house.
Well, a burnt house isn't gonna stop a person if they really want to lead a town.
Could you also make
No.
sure not to burn out anybody else's houses? That'd be cool.
Oh, don't worry. I'm very good at making fires.
You've done this before?
No, but I've camped a lot.
Okay.
Sure.
That doesn't, it doesn't
it's
make
a-
me feel
Like
better.
the whole burning a house down is a metaphor for destroying her foundation.
Oh, I
That's
thought
not-
you actually.
Feel like it's not, though?
Maybe
I
you should.
Feel like
burn
it's
her portrait.
literal?
That could be traumatizing to her.
Look, just try to keep...
No, look, honestly, I say that, and it's going a little far, but I feel like if she tries to kill us, it's well within our rights to do
kill
something.
her.
I was gonna say do something about the situation in town on a more individual level.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's not like anyone's gonna stop you.
So,
Okay.
so gang, how are we doing this?
So, druids, stone, come back.
Well, are we meeting her at midnight? This is the big
say,
question.
I say no. I think it's a stupid idea. To be completely honest, they're just gonna try to kill us, and then it's gonna ruin what we've just planned here.
Maybe we should. Do we know of this place that she spoke of? Of where to meet her at midnight or meet some man at midnight? Maybe.
Yeah, you guys can spot the church. Let me just double check it, real quick.
Okay.
Leave it.
I think it's here.
Yeah, it is. It's like on the eastern part or western part of town. Yep, that's it right there. It's kind of like it's not a huge church, but it's kind of small. But you guys haven't checked it out yet, so you guys can certainly go over and look at it if you want. But it is getting pretty close to sundown, so if you guys want to get your rest, now would be the time to do so.
I need it.
I need it.
Yeah, let's leave the church and let's go and have our rest. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So you
think,
guys are not meeting at midnight.
No, but I think we ought to keep watches, maybe. Because I mean, by now I'm certain everyone in the town knows where we're spending the night.
Question to the DM.
Yeah.
Can I concentrate on a spell when I'm sleeping?
Yeah, I believe you can concentrate during. Not. What's the spell?
Hunter's Mark.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
I'll throw it up for you.
Okay.
I mean, I can.
Oh, no, I won't. Hang on.
I don't need that much sleep.
No.
I can watch for half the night.
Oh, god damn it.
You don't need that much sleep? Is she a... Is Dabria an elf?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
Eladrin.
Oh, that's right. We had this discussion twice, Sandra. Oh my god. Anyway.
So you guys are gonna do watches. So Dabria, you only need to do watch for the second. You only need to sleep for 4 hours. You'll do your trance during the first
That
half of the
sounds-
night.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems good.
Okay. You guys are placed in your rooms. Let me take a look at what the rooms look like. Your rooms in particular are on the what looks like the southern side of the building. You kind of are led up the stairs. You're actually led outside, and led up a flight of stairs that are on the outside on the front of the building. that lead up to a door, and Brahm kind of unlocks it and opens it for you, and you see a kind of a living quarters. And your guys' room, there are 4 beds, kind of laid out next to each other in a kind of small room. Like the beds take up a pretty good majority of the room itself. And he gestures toward it. This is the only room we have with 4 beds.
Sounds good.
All right. It's a little tough to keep an eye on the main street from here. Looking out, it looks out towards the. Well, no, I take that back, because it looks out towards the south, which is the main street there. So yeah, you can kind of look out of the windows here. Keep an eye on things. The window is getting dark, however. So whoever is doing the first watch, or whoever's doing the first watch, because I think you got to split it up. So first 2 hours, who's watching then?
Irid.
Oh.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Well, you guys can certainly both do it, and then Reese can
Yeah.
take up the next 2 hours by herself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So Irid and Stella, both give me perception checks, please.
Alright. We can do that.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Well, hey. You guys look out. Every now and then you'll see a thin person kind of walk by, but nothing out of the ordinary during your watch. After 2 hours go by, you wake up. Reese, give me a perception check. Okay. Okay. Reese, as you're kind of sitting there and looking out at the streets and everything like that, and kind of glancing over, you look back and forth. Towards the end of your shift, right before you, Zabria was set to wake up, you kind of absentmindedly look down at your cart, and you see in the back of your cart this white bundle. It looks like it's maybe 5 feet tall, maybe a little less than that, and it's maybe a foot across. It's hard to tell though. It's like weirdly pentagonal in shape, but it's not at all like geometric. You know what I mean? Like it's just vaguely pentagonal. Like it's wider up near the top. And it's down in your cart. You see it out through the window.
I'm gonna wake Dabria up since it's close to her watch anyway. Dabria. What? There's something in our cart. I'm gonna go check it out. Keep an eye out.
Do you want me to come out with you?
No, I can be sneakier by myself.
Okay. Window, I guess.
Okay, Dabria, you go up to the window and kind of look out.
I pointed out to her. I'm like, it's over there.
Yeah. Dabria, you see it plainly. It looks like it's in bundles. As a matter of fact, both of you make me additional perception checks. Ooh.
I thought that was mine for a second. I was like, oh.
You're both kind of looking down at it, and Reese, you begin to make out like specific like details of it. And then Dabria, you watch as it shifts.
Oh.
It moves just a little bit.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, that's moving. Are you sure you want to go down there by yourself?
I'll go down, wake the others. Give me 30 seconds.
I'm gonna wake them right now because I want to be at the window.
Okay.
I want to be at the window when you go.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
Okay. Again, the stairs are outside, and they kind of lead you around. And you kind of come down and come around to the to the cart. And you see. Give me a stealth check.
I don't know if it helps, but I also have umbral sight, which means I'm invisible if they need dark vision to see me.
Okay. Oh well, it's not that dark.
Mother bitch!
Fucking
You begin-
bullshit.
You're moving kind of quietly down the stairs and make your way around. And as you're kind of creeping, you see standing in the doorway. You see Brahm in a robe with tea in his hand, and he just looks down. What are you doing?
There's something in our cart. What are you doing? I leave. I keep going. Fuck
Okay.
it.
He kind of
That
just
made it sound like he was friggin' pouring cheese whiz into his mouth.
no. He's ripping a fat cloud on his vape.
I keep going.
You keep moving, and you come to the back of the cart, and Brahm is just kind of standing in the doorway, staring at you. Like, what the fuck is she doing? And you walk over.
I got my bow and arrow out, by the way.
You've got your bow and arrow out, and you kind of look, and you see this white bundle in the back of your cart. As you get closer, you see closer now. You can see that it's closer to maybe about 4 feet tall. And as you step forward, it just looks to be like a bunch of sheets with these belts wrapped around them. And as you look closer, you realize they're vaguely in the shape of a person.
Okay.
And as you kind of, are you moving closer to it, or are you staying back?
No, I'm gonna stay probably 20 feet away.
Okay. You stay away, and eventually it just kind of begins moving again, just kind of shifting, and eventually it turns over on its side and begins trying to like wriggle.
Who are you? I got my arrow drawn and aimed at. What? Oh, fucking A. I put my bow and arrow away and I get into the cart. And I
You step
pull
into
the
the cart.
sheets off of them. Who is it?
It's kind of like really, it's roiling around, and you eventually kind of push down whatever's in this bundle, and you begin kind of pulling at the sheets. Whatever was in here, whoever was doing this, the sheets are now totally secured, and now Brahm has stepped up, and he's at the side of the cart, and he says, "What the fuck is this? What is this?"
What is it?
You continue working at it, and you begin cutting it and everything like that, and you see it's mostly sheets. It's just a ton of sheets, and you're kind of cutting at them, and you're ripping them, and eventually you pull them apart, and you see inside, first you see like these curly blonde locks that are poking out from the sheets, and as you continue ripping, you see the face of a terrified little girl. Tears are streaming down her face, and she looks up at you, and she just starts screaming.
No.
Help!
Shh,
Help!
shh, shh,
Please!
shh, 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 shh.
And as she's screaming, you hear coming down the street, Matilda?
Is it
Matilda,
your
where
mom?
are you? It's a male voice. A
Is
younger.
it your dad?
It's a younger male voice.
Oh, is that your brother? I'll get it right one of these times.
The little girl kind of looks around, and she looks up at you, and you just see this terrified look in her eyes. There's just this wide fear, and she
Look
says,
at
"No,
you."
please, no, please."
That's not your brother. That's
No,
not your. Okay.
She kind of begins, she tries to squirm away from you, and she turns to Brahm. She says, "Help, please, help!" And Brahm's just looking and looks up at you, and she kind of looks up at the window, and in the window, Dabria, you are there with Stella and Irid.
Yes.
This little girl looks up directly at you, Dabria, and locks eyes with you, and she says, she's trying to kill me. She said her friends would kill me." And that is where we're going to leave off for the evening.
Whoa.
We're getting framed,
I
bitches.
knew
this
that
is-
was coming.
Bullshit.
I told you we should burn their house down.
Okay, you did.
Well,
You
now
did.
we have a legitimate reason to, instead of,
Okay.
let's go murder Hobo and kill everybody.
Hey.
You know what? I think it's
Hey.
time to go whole hog on this motherfucker and start just burning shit down.
The little girl?
Yeah, her too. Who the fuck knows what is happening? I don't trust no one, even Brahm. Maybe Brahm's behind it all.
Oh, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys.
Yeah, that was great.
Glad we got back in the swing of things.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I needed that.
You know
We
what?
will pick back up, I guess, next week. Yeah.
Yeah, you know it's hard trying to
What's that?
remember what Silith knows versus what Stella might know. So if I just suddenly know something that Silith knows, but not, please forgive me.
No worries. We're all pretty good about catching that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
All
Thank you,
right.
Chris.
Thank
No problem.
you, Chris.
Do what I can.
It's always a pleasure.
Chris, I'd like to bring something up because I may not get to say it to you later. I super love what you've done with Barovia.
Yeah.
This time around, I genuinely love the 30-year time skip.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really.
Thank you. It made sense to me. That
that
shit
was
would
really
go
clever.
weird.
Yeah.
And like, I honestly there was. I don't want to give too much away, but there was stuff I changed about the book itself, so that way it was cooler, in my opinion. And that was just that was just one of the things that like had to change, and so that is what happened. And so now we're weird. We're getting wonky with time.
Now I know, Chris, that you said that if we have another TPK, that you're gonna quit doing Barovia. Though I like the idea though that every time we die, there's another 30-year time skip.
Which is great, but like eventually I'm just gonna run out of people, and I'm just gonna be making. I might as well just make a whole campaign at that point.
Eventually, it's just Mad Max, but with
My name
vampires.
is-
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
My
Like,
name
so-
is Rorb, which is Brom backwards.
Rob.
Rob. All right, guys. I'm gonna head off to bed.
Same here.
All right.
Y'all have a lovely evening.
Yep.
So
Everybody-
long.
Bye, fellas. Ladies.
I'll see you guys later. I think we can all agree now that we're going to go burn her house down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right, later, guys.
I bought 10 things of oil.
Ooh.
I have 2 tinder boxes.
We can make this happen.
All
Think the
right.
possibility.
I like it.
I like it too. See you guys next week.
Good night.